Hey, so it is, so it's 7:34. That truck you see going down the street is actually, I believe the guy said it was a contractor. I did finally get the City of Blue Springs employees to talk to me. They actually talked to my dad earlier, just before he left. He let him know, hey, it's draining all the sewage by the drain out. And anyways, I noticed that they were using flashlights and really struggling to kind of see, so I turned on my bright lights in my front yard and I yelled out to them, hey, I hope those lights don't bother you, and they help. And then they actually came and talked to me, and he said, my contractor just got here, so I'm gonna stop as long as, you know, your water is still draining out and stuff. I'm gonna stop and pull out so that he can come in and start blasting. And he said it's gonna make some loud noises, but that it's okay. It's not gonna do anything. It's normal. So that's pretty cool. I went next door and let my neighbor directly next door, that's the sewer access where all those lines are going into, all those hoses and stuff. And it's actually on my neighbor's property. It's like right on the edge of my property, but fully on his property. And don't worry, Mike, you know, I'm keeping you guys both fully, you know, in the know. I actually just went and told Grant not to be worried if they hear some loud noises going on. Anyways, so let me show you guys this real quick. So what they did, and you'll hear on the other video, my dad explaining what they did, but let me just show you. So they put all these hoses into the access to the sewer. They put them down in there to drain it because it was over halfway up the top. So like the ladder, you could only go down literally like 3 or 4 stairs before you were just completely immersed in sewage water. So anyways, they put those down there and they ran a line all the way down, and they've already started taking stuff out, so I might not even get to show you how far down. But the 2 gentlemen standing down there, the one with flashing his light right now at us, they ran it all the way down just past, or no, right there where he's at. And that's where they're running the sewage down to, because they've determined that those aren't clogged. So they're putting the sewage from down here into those sewage pipes to let them run through. Now, I've been told that everybody, and if there's kids listening to this, I do apologize for any hustlers, but literally everybody's shit was running into my house here in this neighborhood, all around, just running right down into my basement. So it's been great fun. I am unsure what they're doing. Not sure what they're doing. I have alerted neighbors to keep an eye on their basements. Check it at night before they go to bed. Check it in the morning when they get up. All that yada yada hoo-ha. And so now let's go inside. I go down into the basement, and I'm not going to put my boots on. I'm just going to wear my shoes unless there's a lot of water in there again. But I am praying, excuse the messy house. But I am praying, crossing my fingers, and hoping that there is no standing water down. No water coming back in. Especially because they've still been draining it. But I just want to check it because he said that they're getting ready to pull their hoses. And so, yeah, there's no water down there. Of course, there's still some, I'm sure, yeah, there's still some back in there. Like it was when I was walking through it and showing you guys that everything was draining out. For some reason, it's not draining out of that bedroom. I have a feeling, because like I said, you know, all of this, it comes down like this and kind of comes into a slope. But I kind of feel like that's a little more level with that. and there's not enough slope in there to bring it down. And so not a big deal. That'll be something that we have to just kind of sweep it into the drain and sweep it into the where my sub pump is, I guess, to get it the rest of the way out. But we haven't taken everything out, all the big stuff and whatnot yet, because what's the point? Like, where am I gonna put it? You saw my trailer is full. So what am I gonna do? Leave it outside overnight with the rest of the stuff just not on the trailer and then block my entire driveway? No, we'll just leave it there. Plus, honestly, we didn't have enough people to fully help us. And just so you know, y'all, like I've not walked into my kids' playroom, and I have not gone upstairs at all because even with my shoes, my socks, and everything off, because I have fecal matter all over me. My dad and I we got 100-foot snake, and we worked on that for a long time this morning. He took it back, got, I don't even know, 75, or maybe it was a 25. I don't know, but he went like 3 or 4 different times, got 3 or 4 different lengths and sizes and all this junk. Anyways, but I would have to, while he's, putting it in, I would have to stand there and push the foot pedal. So my feet are immersed in water. We only have one set of these boots, and I let him wear them because he was in the deepest part of the water. And I did have my old work tennis shoes on. But anyways, so they were telling me it doesn't even matter because we are still, all this stuff that we brought up, because we thought it was going to be salvageable. And I my sister, brilliant sister Angela, was like, let's find something to put down on the carpet so that it doesn't get onto your carpet. And I'm like, idea. Dad has this big thing of plastic from when we moved in, and da-da-da-da-da. It's a long story, but anyways, we didn't use it all. There should be plenty. So we're like, okay. So we bring everything up. We start bringing everything up. We lay it out, bring everything up. And then we're like, well, none of this. It was in something where it seeped in and got on the bottom stuff, but the top stuff's probably is fine. We have been told that is not the case. It has been exposed to fecal matter. It cannot be salvageable. Even if you could put it in your washer and wash it on the hottest water you can. So anyways, the rotor lady is like, she's a manager. She goes out and she, kind of does all the estimates and all that stuff and looks at the damage done in the area. And she's telling us that, like, literally we should not keep any of this stuff. And I was like, okay. And then she goes, and no offense, but you're going to have your floors cleaned anywhere that you have walked, anywhere that any of this stuff has been. So I have to have all of this cleaned down here. And I was freaking out. Here, I can turn it towards me. I can't turn it towards me. I don't know how any of this works. But anyways, I was a mess. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, we put that plastic stuff down. It should be okay. She's like, no, it's not, because, yeah, you did right by doing the plastic, but it's because it's already come into contact. And she is right, because I'm not going to lie. The plastic did not stay down that well, especially when we were bringing in the heavy duty snakes that we were renting and all that stuff. Sometimes the plastic would get pulled up, or like I'd be carrying bags just sopping wet, pouring water out still. And, so she's right. So basically, I am just trying to say that we're going to have carpets cleaned. We're going to have my floors cleaned with some, like, it's not just as simple as me going over and mopping it 50 times and thinking, okay, it's good. It actually has to be done with some of this special bacterial, I can't remember what she called it, stuff to actually kill the kind of bacteria that feces carry, because it's a deadly, very deadly kind of bacteria. So anyways, so just so you know, that's why y'all, like, I definitely still have my shoes on that I've walked in fecal matter. That's so gross. But I'm not traipsing through my whole entire house. I will not go upstairs and get anything from up there, because I can't even stay in my house tonight. I can't stay in my house until this is all, the water is drained out and it's cleaned up, because the toxins that it releases into the air. I've had to have my windows all open, and I won't go up there for anything, clothes or anything for any of us, until after I'm ready to go and stay at somebody's house. But even then, I'm not going to lie, my socks were soaking wet, and so my feet have fecal matter on them. So I'm going to try to figure out how I could get them all cleaned up before I go upstairs, so I don't carry it through the whole entire house, hopefully. I think I'm doing it right. Okay, so come back out here. I know these are really, really long ones, guys, but these are very important to me. And the reason is because, as far as I'm concerned, the homeowner's insurance, it shouldn't have to pay for this stuff, because this isn't it's nothing is out of our hands. It's a city issue. It's something that they have to take care of. And if it did damage to streets and stuff like that, they'd have to take care of it. And therefore, it was their pipes that backed up, that were clogged. They should be taking care of the damage and the losses that I endured, not to mention the pain, because my dad and I have gone at it since 8 a.m. and here it is almost 8 p.m. Granted, he left a little bit ago to go have dinner, but we've been going at it pretty hard, moving crap, trying to clean things, trying to snake the pipes, trying to figure out what's going on. And well, it's crazy. I don't know. So I don't know if you could hear him, but he said, "How's it looking?" And the big guy said, "It's going slowly." So that means that sewer access is where they're at right now. That means that hasn't even fully drained yet into the other sewer that's actually working. They've been out here for a little while now, and my stuff was drained within 15, maybe 20 minutes of them starting it. Although I know that's a buttload of water more. So anyways, that's kind of it, y'all. I need a shower. I need to grab everything that we need for tomorrow. That's another thing. I'm a very routine person, so me having to go and stay with somebody else at their house, us having to, just more me, because nobody else seems bothered by change. But I have a routine every morning, and I'm not going to be able to do my routine because I'm going to be in somebody else's house and interrupting them in their sleep at 3:30 in the morning. So I have to change my routine. It sucks. And it's going to make for a very, very bad day and a grumpy day for me, because unfortunately I'm very grumpy when I can't do the same thing I do every day at the same time every day. All right, guys, I'm babbling on. This is my luck, and I wish somebody would have given me a heads up that I was going to have to deal with everybody's shit today. Again, I'm sorry if any kids are watching this.